altars placed next to one another, mainly due to their personal relationship.
Bendiciones Santo to everyone out there. And shout out to Oduaremu, the one who inspired this video. Mofuri vale, él es Oduaremu, mi mayora. Y también tu esposo, Iburu Iboya. Baba, God bless you both. So I saw a video with Oduaremu who was showing a reaction video of this TikToker called La Pretty. I personally, this is the very first time in my life yesterday seeing this. La Pretty, who was showing what I exemplified here, the statues with Orishas and claiming to work with them and whatnot. So a lot of the content, or some of the content, a part of the content of Oduaremu is educating the masses on what is a true, orthodox, and traditional Ochaifa and what is not. Me, myself, I do the same thing as well. I do have expose videos on my YouTube and whatnot. And this is very, very important because, bringing clarification to the masses is important because there's a lot of people that make a lot of money off of these religions. So I've reached out to La Pretty and I was told that I'm racist and I have no place to be telling her, do I think I'm God? And now I just got a comment saying that I sent a hate train her way. All I did was comment and say, I guess she doesn't want to say who her elders are. She claims to have Mano de Orula. She's obviously wearing aleques in that same video. You can check her content out. And my question to you is, who are your elders that are teaching you this? I think if you are proud and stand by what you say, you should be able to say who your elders are, and your elders should be able to back you up and say, yes, this is my goddaughter and this is what I have taught her. And this is a community-based religion. I'm not going to ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. Myself, I am crowned by Alicia Hernandez Onilade. Ojubona is Joel Serrano Odubuji. My Obauriate that shaved my head, Lacerito Compagnoni Obaekun, and I was made Obatala 3 years ago in Philadelphia. That's it. Easy. That's it. I hope that you can do the same. You claim to have Mano de Orula. It would be great to know who your Babalao is. Maybe has your Babalao taught you this? Does he know something about Ifa that we don't, that it's excusable to use statues? And there's, you claim to be initiated, but not be an initiate. So some clarification would be nice. I mean, I'm sure at this point you're thinking to yourself, La Pretty, I don't owe this dude no explanation. I don't know anybody, no explanation. And if you know, you know. Well, I'll tell you this. You, me, Oduaremu, anybody on TikTok, on YouTube, on these platforms, we are public platforms. We're on a public platform and we present ourselves as public entities on these public platforms. As such, all of us are subject to public scrutiny. So when I or Oduaremu or anybody else comes around in their videos or messages you or in your content and says, hey, this is not correct. There is no such thing as having a bunch of statues of Orisha and saying that you're initiated, even though you're not initiated and you don't have Ocha made. This is completely incorrect. And everything that you are teaching is completely false and null and void because you do not have Yoko Ochaleri. And you are free to rebuttal and say, well, actually, I am initiated. I have Mano de Orula. I have my Eleques. In which case, everybody else who's a legitimate Olorisha would say, just because you have your Eleques and your Mano de Orula does not give you any licencia to do much of anything. You got your Eleques, you can't crown nobody, you can't do much. I can't think of anything you can do. I mean, I guess as Mano de Orula, EPTB, you have some things you're privy to, I guess, but you're not an initiate. And that's where the issue comes around. I am not the Ocha police. I just learned about this pretty lady literally yesterday. I have sent no hate train to her. I honestly want to get a better understanding as to where you're coming from, pretty, because I laid my information out there. You know who crowned me. You know where I got crowned. Unfortunately, with my babalao, the one who I received Mano de Orula with, I don't have any contact with. Se llama David, Cuban over in Jersey. Unfortunately, I don't even know his sign. Everybody, Ifa people, they know people by their sign. Unfortunately, I don't have that information. Pero David Quintero, he's the one that gave me Mano de Orula. And I invite anybody to reach out to my elders and be like, hey, this guy El Conquistador claims that you crowned him. Is that true? And they would say, yes. Yes, we did on this day, and everything he's saying is correct. I'm not making claims about, any outrageous claims or anything. But people make a lot of money on these religions, and it's incorrect. And the religiously ethical thing to do is to let others know, hey, there is no such thing as getting a statue of Ochun and saying that you're working with Ochun, quote unquote, or that you're doing spell work with Ochun. If you don't have initiation done, you don't have initiation done. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But there's definitely this wave of I'm black. So because I have more melanin than you, this is my birthright, and you don't know what you're talking about. There's no need for initiation. All that's BS. Well, I'm addressing someone that claims to have ceremonies done. There's having ceremony done, and then there's being initiated. So this individual, La Pretty, has Mano de Orula, apparently, and her warriors, as made evident. I guess she has her warriors, assuming that everything is on the up and up, and that she actually has the real deal. It would be nice to know who your elders are, so the community can reach out to your elders, and your elders can say, yes, that's my goddaughter, and I'm proud of her, and I have taught her everything she knows. And if you got a problem, then take it up with me. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And I invite you, hit up my elders. Please. Onyinade, kinkamache. Oduwuji, kinkamache. Obayekun, kinkamache. Hit them up and ask them, is El Conquistador legit? And because I wouldn't ask of you to do anything that I wouldn't ask of you to do to me. But as far as I'm concerned, if you truly stand by what you say, then tell us, where have you learned what you learned? Or is it all from just, I have Ache and I'm black, because El Conquistador, I'm just this horrible racist guy? I'll tell you this, there's two kinds of Aches. I'm going to drop some knowledge on you, okay? There's two Ache, okay, in general. This is not no textbook stuff. There's the Ache that you are born with, of having Ori Eleda, the presence of God within you. And that is something that we all have as human beings. That Ache we are all born with. And then there's Ache that comes only from initiation. From Yoko Chaleri. Outside of that, if you don't have any initiation done, you have no licencia. You cannot birth anything. You have Ache because you're alive, because you have Eleda, you have the presence of God within you, the breath of God within you, Elemi. But unless you're initiated, you don't have authority to do much of anything. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not trying to shame anyone for not being initiated. I'm only 3 in Santos, so what the hell, what do I know? But I know enough to say there is no such thing as having a bunch of statues and claiming to be working with Orisha. And I know enough to say that unless you have Yoko Ochaleri, you are not initiated. So why do you go around claiming to be initiated? Where are your godparents? Let's talk to them. I hope they're nice. I hope they're cool. If they're legitimate, pull out the receipts with pride and integrity and say, yes, I stand by what I'm saying, and I come from Lukumi and all this. I look forward to a response. I'm probably going to get blocked. Actually, that's why I made this video, because I'm probably going to get blocked. So I needed to do this before she blocks me, so I have a little bit of 5 seconds right before making this video. I would love to know who your elders are. Please show us how proud you are of the people that have taught you everything that you know. I look forward to a response. Santo.